not getting out. You know, if Kogan doesn't call me, you don't know who I am. You know, if Kogan doesn't call me, Tico doesn't exist. Dylan doesn't exist. Senna doesn't exist. Brooklyn doesn't exist. Do you know if Kogan doesn't call me, I don't live in the house I live in? There is no valuetainment. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Somebody paid attention to me. Somebody made a phone call and said, dude, you're a freaking 2 for the month. You're meant to do something bigger. Are you calling those guys? And some of you guys that are hiding, do you really want to be a hide and go seek champion? Do you want to put in your resume, former hide and go seek champion of PHP, of MSM, of TGA, of Unity, of TCO, of SOS, of WTP? Do you want that to be on your resume? Because many of you are doing that right now. And I see you. I see you. You think you were meant to do something small with your life? Somebody fooled you, including yourself. Snap the hell out of it. Snap out of it. Whoever told you, including yourself, that you're just meant to do something small, lied to you. They lied to you. I'm telling you right now, you were meant to do something big with your life. Say that to yourself in the car hundreds of times today. Get emotional about it. Cry. Let it move you. But stop hiding. I'm talking to you. You know exactly who you are. Stop hiding. Now, having said that, let's talk about the $10 million bonus. Tico, the $10 million bonus, you sent me the numbers, right? I have it here. Let me see where I put it here. Did you send it to me or do you have it? I don't have it. Yeah. I want you to pull it up. I want you to pull it up. I want you to pull it up. Okay, before you pull it up, take it off. Take it off so I can bring it back to my camera, my face. Gotcha. Turn this off. Guys, I've been saying this to everybody. Every year I go into the year. Here's how I look at my year. I have 12 opponents every year. My opponent number one's name is January. My opponent number two's name is February of 2021. My opponent number three's name is March of 2021. My opponent name of April is April of 2021. I have 12 opponents. It's 12 months. Now, every month isn't necessarily the best month you had that year. For example, this year in PHP, January and February are easy victories for everybody. You should beat them. March is the big opponent because that's 11-5. Okay, record-breaking month and all that stuff. So that's a big opponent. Do you know last year when I look at our numbers in licensing, when we look at our numbers for recruiting, when we look at our numbers for production, do you know in licensing, we went 11-1. And we crushed it. We're up like nearly 100%. Do you know in production, we went 10-2, meaning out of the 12 months of 2020, we beat 10 of the months, okay? Do you know in recruiting, we went, I think, 10-2 as well in recruiting, right? But I want to have an undefeated year. Do you want to have an undefeated year, going 12-0? This is how I've treated my business for 17 years. I've been in it for 20 years. The first 3 years I was lollygagging. Once I figured out I have 12 opponents, I treat it every month in a different way. Now, some of you guys are about to lose to a weak opponent. When you have a weak opponent like January, it wasn't your biggest month, you don't beat them by 10%. If you really want to hit 125%, on your small months, you have to annihilate that month of last year, not by 20%, not by 40%, but by 100, 150, 175%, okay? So I asked Tikran and our accounting team, not accounting team, whatever our guys do there too, our BI team, business analysts, to pull up numbers for all the VPs to see what you did in your base shop last year from January 1st to 26th, and what you did in your net VP from January 1st to January 26th, and how your opponents look. So Tikran, if you can pull this up so you can understand, I'm gonna give you the 3 things you ought to be doing if you want to hit 125%.
Absolutely.
So let's take a look at this. Let's start off with Alejandro. Alejandro last year, in the first 26 days, his base shop was at 34. If you can go specifically on that number, right, there was 34. This year, in the first 26 days, he's at 25, okay? So he's slightly behind. If he wants to be at